आज ही डाउटनट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone, this is the question. Let's start the question. The question says that if in the expansion of a plus b whole raised to n and a plus b whole raised to n plus 3, the ratio of the coefficients of second and third terms and the third and fourth terms respectively are equal, then n is a3, b4, c5, d6. So the two expansions that are given to us is a plus b whole raised to n and a plus b whole raised to n plus 3. If we write what is written here in the form in which it is written here, the ratio of coefficients of second and third term, so that means second by third of a plus b whole raised to n expansion is equal to third and fourth term of a plus b whole raised to n plus 3. So now what we will do here, we know that if t r plus 1 is general of a plus b whole raised to n expansion, then what we know, NCR into, we can write NCR into a raised to n minus r and b raised to r. So we know this. So now if we have to take T2, that is second term, so T2 of a plus b whole raised to n, then that will be equal to NCR, so that is n is 1, this is a plus b whole raised to n, so c, or else first we can write t in the form of 1 plus 1, so it will be easier to write, so we can write NCR is 1 into a raised to n minus 1 and b raised to 1, so we know this, and if we take T3, we have to calculate T3, then that we can write as T2 plus 1, so that we can write as equal to NC, we can write here NC2 into a raised to, this will be n minus r we have to write, so n minus 2 and b raised to r, that is 2. So here we'll get, therefore we'll have to write both of the values here, we didn't simplify them. T2 will be NC1 will be n into a raised to n minus 1 and b, and T3 will be getting here, this was T2's value. T3 what we'll be getting here is NC2, so it will be n into n minus 1 by 2 into, this will be a n minus 2, a raised to n minus 2 and b square or b2. So now we'll take t r plus 1, we'll have to write the general formula for the second expansion. So t r plus 1, or we can write t tilde r plus 1 of a plus b, it was, the expansion was a plus b whole raised to n plus 3. So n plus 3, that will be equal to, we can write it as equal to, usually it was NCR, this is n, so n plus 3 CR, where a is n plus 3 minus r and b is r. So now what we'll take, we have to calculate first T3, t tilde 3 is equal to, it will be equal to t tilde 2 plus 1, so that is equal to, we can write it as n plus, instead of n plus 3, we can write n plus 3, 2 is our r, so what we'll do here, n plus 3, c to a, this will become n plus 3 minus 2 and b will become r, that is 2. So here what we'll be getting at the end, we'll be getting equal to n plus 3 c2 a n plus 1 b2. Now n plus 3 we can write, n plus 3 c by 2 we can write as n plus 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial into, we can write here n plus 3 minus 2, that is n plus 1 factorial, and this into, this will be a n plus 1 b2. So here what we'll write, we can open this factorial form, we can write n plus 3 into n plus 2 into n plus 1 and n plus 1 will get cancelled here because this will be n plus 1 into 1 in the denominator. So n plus 1 and n plus 1, if we write here n plus 1, that will get cancelled by this. Left is 2 factorial, that is 2 into 1, 2. A raised to n plus 1 and b raised to 2. Now we'll take t4 tilde. T4 tilde will be equal to, we can write t tilde 3 plus 1, that will be equal to what we know here. So this will be n plus 3 c and r is r 3. So a n plus 3 minus r. So n plus 3 minus 3, that is a raised to n and b raised to r, that is 3. So this we can write it as equal to, we can write it as n plus 3 factorial whole thing divided by 3 factorial into n plus 3 minus 3. So n factorial, this a raised to n, b raised to 3. So here we can write this as n plus 3 factorial can be written as n plus 3 into n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n and n will get cancelled. So this will be divided by 3 factorial, which is 3 into 2 is 6, a n b 3. So now we know that we have to take this second by third. So our second term was n, a raised to n minus 1 into b. So now what we have to calculate, therefore we have to do t2 by t3, which is equal to t tilde 2, t tilde 3 by t tilde 4. So second term by third term. So second term which was here was n, a raised to n minus 1 into b. So we can write here n, and third term was n into n minus 1 by 2. So n by n into n minus 1 by 2. So we'll write here n by n into n minus 1 by 2, and t tilde 3, what was here, what we had gotten, n plus 3 into n plus 2 by 2, n plus 3 into n plus 2 by 2 divided by, this was n plus 3 into n plus 2 into n plus 1 divided by 6. So now this will be, what we can do here is n and n can get cancelled. N plus 3, n plus 2, n plus 3, n plus 2 will get cancelled. What we'll be getting here is, therefore 2 by n minus 1 is equal to, we'll be getting here 6 will go up, we'll get here 2 into n plus 1, 2 into 3. So what we'll be getting here, therefore 2 into n plus 1 is equal to 3 into n minus 1. 2n plus 2 is equal to 3n minus 3. So at last what we'll get here will be 3n minus 2n, that is n, is equal to 3 plus 2, 5. So we got n is equal to 5. So what is the final answer that we have to get for n? Why we took only the values of n and left a and b? Because we had to calculate only for the n value. So we got the n value as option C, 5. So we can write the correct answer here. Therefore option C, 5 was the correct value of n. I hope you understood this explanation. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।